What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to be showing you how to make level 2 of the Backrooms. This level is Pipe Dream, and I am joined by Horrothon and Georgie Bros in this video, at least, hopefully. I don't know, I'm recording this earlier than they are. And, yeah, here's kind of just a general look at it. Yeah, it's a lot. It's also very why? What is doing that? Something keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. And you'll maybe every once in a while hear it in this video. I have no idea what it is, and it just, huh? How'd you disconnect? Whatever. Anyway, that's enough rambling. So that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so for those of you who are not fully familiar with Pipe Dream, I'm actually not a ton myself. Although I know it's just basically long hallways with that are lined with pipes, and it's fairly dark, and I don't remember much about like spacing. I want to say it's infinite, but I could be wrong. I'll have, again, the wiki page up as per usual for a brief moment there as I do that beginning rambling. But for the materials, I'm just going to be showing you how to do the layout and the block choices, and then the detailing will be left to whomever else. So you need the following materials to start. You need stone, white concrete. I don't know, I wish I could block pick it to be helpful. Yes, it is white concrete. Waxed exposed copper? Yes. And polished deep slate. So, for starters, the floor of this is stone. So whatever area you want to fill, just kind of, fill out I'll just do a square of stone. The hallways are 4 blocks in width, if that helps you in any sense. But if you have an open space that you want, just kind of fill it out as far as you want. So what I'm going to do, and this is how it seems to have been done, at least, again, I didn't really have a huge part of this, is basically you want to place rows of white concrete going across, which would be, if you're entering here, would be, left to right is where you're placing those rows. And it's going to be a row, gap of 4, another row, gap of 5, another row, gap of 4, another row. And you're going to repeat that pattern of the gaps of 4 and 5 alternating until you reach the, the end of the space, which I'll just pick as that, and I'll go all the way across with these. You can also have maybe, like, I'll actually take this row off, maybe, and I'll bring the white here along the right side, and I'll have just another 4-block hallway extending this whole distance, kind of like so. So basically, you would have kind of an L-shaped hallway here, and then every other hallway, or every other line of white concrete would just connect into the, I guess, inner line of white. And yeah, hopefully everyone's having a good day or night. I am, for the most part. Went out doing some Christmas decoration shopping or whatever, just looking for some stuff, because, of course, I had to be messing around in my closet to deal with a shower leak that we were having, so I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave. Sounds like a good option. Anyway, you should have this. I'm gonna close off each of the 4-block gaps on the left side here. The 5 technically doesn't matter, you can if you want, but I don't really mind myself. And it'll look, something like this. Now, you don't have to be specifically the same when you do this, but you basically just want to kind of break openings in these hallways to just almost make this kind of like squiggly line connecting them. So on this first one, maybe I'll go actually far right so it's close to the other opening, just to overwhelm you a little bit. And then I'll break 4 on, either side of the 5, and I'll connect these sides together like so. And then for the next one on this 4-block hallway, I'll break on the left. Make sure you're making them 4-block gaps. And then for the next one, you want to go to the right, and etc., etc. Not really anything crazy complicated. What did I do? I messed something up, didn't I? Oh, I closed. That's what I did. Wait. Yeah, okay, because I was not supposed to do it that way. I was supposed to do it this way. Following instructions is hard. And then I'll have the end, I think this one, I'll actually just pull this hallway out a block, or like a couple blocks. And then maybe this could be where the, exit of the level is. Obviously, you would want it larger than this. The bigger, the better, as is custom with these Backrooms levels. But yeah, just something like that. Generally, they have them more like squished in, but also the hallway spaces are longer in general. And yeah, and also maybe you'll have like this one open and then you could just repeat this whole thing on that side. You know, you have another long hallway here going across and then just almost rinse repeat over and over again. You could absolutely make like a 40 by 40 space or something and just infinitely repeat it, or not infinitely, but repeat it a lot. And that's how I've been doing a lot of levels, just because it's so much easier to do it that way. But yeah, just something like this. Now, for the rest of the walls, you want to do 3 rows of waxed exposed copper on top of the white concrete. And such fill is absolutely helpful here. I know I was going to go a little further, but I don't think that's necessarily required. And yeah. Just like this. Sure. I can do that there, and then I'll just repeat that a bunch of times. And yeah. As far as I'm aware, there is, I think, sub-levels for this level, but we didn't make any. So yeah, and this one should primarily connect to 1. I should probably have mentioned that. Seems like 1 is the main level. Obviously 0 is the literal one, but it seems like if anything connects to something, it's 1. Hub is excluded because the hub is just, that's what the hub is. But yeah. And I'll tell you the ceiling block, but it might not be a, it might be a not terrible idea to not fill it in. Do I want to fill it in yet? I'm debating. Because it might be better for them to just have it open. Yeah, I think that is going to be better. I'll explain the ceiling block, at least, and kind of show you how I would do it to make it easier to understand the layout, if you're not just slash filling it, because that's obviously an option. But yeah. Anything else for me to say here? No. What is the next level? 3. What is 3? Electrical station. Oh, brother. Oh, that's going to be a whale of a time, I'm sure. Anyway. I've got no other commentary here. I'm trying to like think what other 3, 4 is office, 5 is, what is 5? That's a really good question. I forget what 5 is. How good. That's, oh, 5 is hotel, right? 6 is the dark abyss, basically. 7's ocean. 8 is the cave. 9 is the neighborhood. 10 is Wheatfield, 11 is city. I've got a lot of them memorized, as you can tell. Anyway, you should have something like this. Now, if you're not just slash filling the entire ceiling with polished deep slate, that's what we did. If you want to just to make your life easier to see what you have and haven't done, you can actually fill in the ceiling after, but I'll have a block above polished deep slate, and, you know, I'll just want to fill only the areas where I know there is pathways. So if it's 4 blocks, that's where I'm filling above. Like this area, 5 here, I'm not filling, and, you know, yeah, just something like this. And you can kind of see how squiggly that works. And you could also have some straightaways. You could make it a square, like around the perimeter. Play around with it. I'll have Horrothon explain it a little bit more as well. Just because, you know, he probably knows what they did better than I know what they did. Because I was probably busy working on level, like, 4 or something when this was being done. But anyway, yeah, that is all from me other than the outro. So, yeah, enjoy the other people's instructing or something like that.
Okay, so how I did it. What I did is I just scattered some blocks. So I do anvils, and then maybe something like dark oak slabs, and then I can put like this on top of here, and then put grindstones like a pipe. That's a pipe right there. And then what you can do next, put like a fence, and then do this. That's another pipe system. And then for lights, you can. I gotta get the right blocks. You can go lever, chain. Okay, I'm not placing them correctly. Chain, and then another one, just like a light that gone out. Pretty much. And then to connect it, I would just do this. And you can go like that. Trying to think what you could. You could go like this. And then, and what I would also do to do besides lights are this. And then, yeah, you can just mess with this pattern structure block that 1,000 times. Like, for example. Okay, that's a block. So, if I were to get this structured like that, then I'd go over 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and then you go over here. And then you can structure name that, and then load, boom. Except for that's ruined. But, and then that's pretty much what you can do. And then you can this. Like that. Yeah. And then, yeah, and then you can keep on structure blocking this. But also if you want to add pillars in the middle of it. And also you can scatter stuff like this around. That. And then you can connect it up. Either dark oak fence or nether brick fence. Like that.
Okay, so from here, you want to, so for example, to go from a level 1 into this level, I'm just going to extend this a little bit. To go from level 1 into this level, you want to have, for example, pretend level 1 had just, like, is right here. So, you've got your layout like this. Then you've got your smooth quartz slab. So that's your level 1. What you want to do is you just want to kind of like make it so that way it looks like it transitions from level 1 into this level. So you'll have like little bits like this that are sticking out of level 1 and go into this part. Like that. So you'll have your level 1 walls right here, and you want to use your waxed exposed copper into your white concrete to create this kind of effect to make it look like it's kind of like fading into this level. I'm going to do that again on the other side. Just kind of just have like this. Something like that's good. And then with your roof, you just want to like make it so that way it's like that. And then on top, you want to get out your like polished deep slate. Right, there it is. Right here. Get out your polished deep slate. And like, make it so that way it looks like it fades from this level into, from level 1 into level 2 like this. And that is how you transition from your level 1 into your level 2. Just like this. So, to go from So another exit that you can do from this level is you can, another transition point, I'll just do it right here, is you want to have your stone like this, and then say you have your, you have it like this, you want to, and then say you have your polished deep like this for your ceiling. You want to get out your powdered snow, which I've already got, powdered snow bucket, and place like 4 powdered snow like this, and then on top of this, I'm just gonna like extend this polished deep slate a little bit more out. I'll explain the transition points, then I'll go from there. So have it out like that, and then get out your jungle hanging signs, and like have it like this. So that way you have like a 4x3 of jungle hanging signs like this. Just like this, and then one more there, just like that. Oh, hi Georgie Bros. And then there we go, that's your second transition point done, so you can just walk through there, and like, that's how you make your second transition point for this level. And then if you want to, I'm just gonna build it right here, like just have like a transition point from this level into not that level that's underneath. You can break a 2x2 in your floor, like it doesn't have to be right here, I would say you just wanted to have being like in a random position. Break a 2x2 in your floor, and then put the command /give @s if my keyboard doesn't want to do capitals like this. Structure _ void. You can get out your structure voids. Let me just get rid of my. And then place a 2x2 of structure voids like this, and then on top get out your stone pressure plate, and place a 2x2 of stone pressure plates just like that. And that is your 3 transition points explained.
So yeah, that is pretty much all. Thank you to Horrothon and Georgie Bros for being in this video. I do appreciate that, and obviously, you know, especially when I have no clue what is going on with some of these levels, it is nice for the help. A couple things I do want to point out real quick before I end, though. You can absolutely texture these walls. Like, if you wanted to take, I don't actually know what is good here. I'm being surrounded. Like, you know, you could absolutely do some texturing. Maybe like white terracotta, that's just off the top of my head. And obviously, don't forget to fill in that ceiling. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, here are the aforementioned Georgie Bros and Horrothon. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night. Wow, I have my emote. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.